Welcome back, everybody, to another Real Pod Network production here. This is the Yap. You're tuned in, as always, with your host, with the most, Uptown Lupo 420, otherwise known as Jim. I'm joined here, as always, with my co-host, Abner. Abner, how's it going?
It's going pretty good. How's it going with you? What's going on with you? Anything new?
Everything's been a bunch of nothing, honestly. But sometimes, you know what they say, no news is good news. Settling
True,
into the
true, true.
apartment. I don't know. Still
How
doing
is that?
softball. Um,
I don't want to know about that.
it's fine. You know, I'm all settled in now, so it's kind of more just like I'm finally adjusting to everything, and everything is now become a routine. I got Sunday afternoons where I'll sit on the couch and fall asleep, and honestly, I think it's actually more comfortable than my own bed, but I don't want to use that as my bed because then I think it ruins the mystique, the comfort. I don't know. There's just something about it. Just pulling up with a pillow and a blanket, just falling asleep on a couch, man. As you can see, that's how monotonous it's gotten at the spot already. What about you?
It
How's the
doesn't sound
dog?
too bad. He's all right. He just had a UTI. He just had to get him fixed up.
Yeah, why'd you give him that?
Why did I give him that? I don't think I gave
Yeah.
him that.
Well, how'd he get it?
I don't know. Probably ate some grass and I licked his penis.
Sometimes that happens. I never see when my dog. I never really had anything like that happen. He just had like the normal stuff, like arthritis and heart failure.
Heart failure.
Yeah, I mean that's kind of what we assumed. He kind of died, so his heart stopped
Who's your
working.
dog? A 50-year-old man?
Yeah, dogs. It's you'd be surprised, man. We were talking to the vet when he was getting like later in life, and
Mm-hmm.
he had like arthritis and all that, but he also he like tore his like ACL or like MCL or something. The way that a dog's knee is different than a human's knee, but
Is your,
basically he
your,
fucked up something there.
is your dog fucking Derek Rose? Like, what's going
Yeah.
on?
So he fucked up something like that, and they were basically saying, yeah, it'll be you could basically either drug him up or we do the surgery for it, and the surgery is like $4,000, and then most likely because in the recovery process he's going to be favoring the other leg, and they usually say within a year the other one will also tear or whatever, so it'll be another 5 grand later, and he was already like 12. So it's like, are we really trying to put down 10 grand and maybe 2 years for a dog that's going to be 14? So we got him
Yeah.
high as a kite on pain
And
meds.
then and then said sayonara, man.
He really just said, yeah, like, nah. Like, we were going to go put him. I already talked about this in the other pod. We were going to put him down, but
Yeah.
he was just like, nah, I'm going to do my own thing. And then just croaked.
He said, I'm going out on my terms.
He really did. And you gotta respect the hustle, the grind. Um, this is actually reminds me of a story in basically I got the Odyssey on the mind. We did the podcast for it yesterday or 2 days ago or whatever.
Oh,
We saw that movie.
no, no invite. That's crazy. I was there. I was there with you,
Listen,
motherfucker.
we had the time booked. I actually forget when we recorded the podcast. All my days are kind of combining into one just kind of stream of consciousness. I think we did it. We saw the movie Friday, and then we recorded it maybe the next day. I probably should have said
Would you?
something, but
So, how was your visit to a restaurant on Friday? Did you like it?
restaurant on Friday. Oh, we went to Hooters. Oh my God, we went to Hooters. That's a great topic. So yeah, basically we just outlined our little excursion on Friday. A bunch of us got together um, to watch the Odyssey. So we all went to the movies, but beforehand, we had about, I don't know, everybody got ready and we had like an hour and a half to kill before we got there. So we decided to go to Hooters, and Yeah, it was a very fun experience. There were a lot of very attractive women in there. The food
I didn't.
was
I didn't look. I didn't
he
look.
Abner didn't look because he's in a committed relationship. He I believe is married now with 12 children, so his eyes are only for the Lord and his dog. Sorry, drinking water. But yeah, so Abner, we had him blindfolded and I was just describing the scene to him, and it
And I
was
was.
just a bunch of attractive women.
And I said disgusting. That is disgusting.
Yes, he was tisk-tisking them.
Yeah.
He was actually yelling at them. I said, "Oh, look, there's this one. There's this thick red bone here with triple C's," and he just starts vomiting on the floor, screaming about
God.
yeah, heretics and heathens. Um, but yeah, man, if you guys haven't had the chance to go to a Hooters and you just want to look at some knockers while eating some mid food, it is what it is. It's very funny though because when we first walked in, I want to preface this by saying I respect all women, even the ugly ones. But I was like, oh, okay, cool. I'm gonna not be that guy. I'm not gonna be a little creep and like just stare at this waitress's chest when she walks up to greet us. And as she like went to go greet us, I could only. I think it's because I was trying not to, but I only looked directly at her chest for a solid 3 seconds. And then I was like, wait a second. Her eyes are up there. But she was very nice. She was a very nice lady. Um, some of the other waitresses, though, holy smokes. Love all women. God's greatest creation. So I was just admiring the Lord's work, some would say. I got a burger, which was all right, but you guys were kind of complaining because you guys got wings, right?
Yeah, that food was mid.
Yeah,
Food was
you going
terrible.
for the food?
Of course. What else would I go for, Jimmy?
And then you were saying in the group chat today, you were saying we need to all go back again. So I was just
Yeah.
wondering because you said the wings were mid, they must have been pretty good on when you had to sleep on it, you know?
Yeah, no, the wings weren't bad. I mean, they were okay. They weren't like anything crazy, you know? Like it was kind of mid. The mozzarella sticks were bad. The fries were decent at least. I'll say that. The fries weren't horrible.
Yeah, you can't really fuck up a curly fry.
Yeah, but I mean,
Well, you said you were gonna get the salad. What happened to that?
I saw the wings were like it was like 6 wings, and I was like, I'll just get that. It's not too bad.
Yeah. So we were there for a while. It was funny because we like did the chud thing where when the waitress left, we all started like giggling.
I didn't giggle. I didn't
Oh,
giggle.
you fucking giggled.
No, no,
Everybody giggled.
I was like, guys, come on. Let's be mature about this.
Yes,
That is
yes,
a human being.
yes. And then it was very funny because then like a table like 20 minutes later like came in, and then when the waitress came over to them for the first time, and then when she left, they also did the giggle. So it was like funny seeing everybody like
I
just
mean,
a cycle.
if you think about it, it is a crazy concept for a restaurant.
Hey, listen, we went to a family-friendly establishment. It's family-friendly now. The uniforms, I saw one of the waitresses wearing yoga pants. So, you know, to each their own. But yeah, so we went there and then we went and saw the Odyssey, and I don't know when these podcasts are going to come out. I was supposed to come home and edit the movie podcast, but I just didn't.
Mm.
Uh so eventually when all these podcasts come out, you'll hear our thoughts. But if you want to just for yourself, for the audience here, give your take on the movie, you can. The floor is yours.
I thought it was a good movie. I mean, I don't think it's Nolan's best movie. I think it might be one of his. Like, it's a good movie, but it's not a good Nolan movie, if that makes sense. And
No, yeah, yeah, it does. Like it's kind of what Robbie was saying. He really loved Inception. I'm still kind of terrible with his movies or like remembering movies of people, but I know he did Inception, he did Tenet,
yeah, he did Tenet, Oppenheimer. He
yeah,
did
Oppenheimer, all that stuff.
Dunkirk. He did. Uh, he did.
Memento.
Yeah, Memento, which is really good. I like Memento. It's
We
very
did,
unique how
yeah. We did an episode on the pod.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, it was a crazy pull. Because when we first started making the pool,
Uh-huh.
I would just kind of go on like it started out with I just one day before we even came up with the podcast and all that, I just kind of asked the two of them. I was like, "Yeah, like give me movie recommendations," and so they just like spammed a bunch of recommendations, and I was like, "Oh, this is cool." So I started writing them down, and then I just decided to throw it all in one big pool, and then I would go through like Letterbox, and then I would see like a movie, and then you could see like similar movies down below, and so I just go on like tangents. So on the actual pool itself, it's all public. You could see it, so you could see what we got. Um, but you'll see like I'll go on random tangents. Like there's like 15 boxing movies in a row, 15 like car movies, 15 like teen.
15 boxing movies.
You'd
What
be
boxing movies are you?
surprised.
I can name
Um,
you. I can name you some, but I don't know if I can even think of that many.
well,
Like
all the
obviously all the
Rockies, all the
Rockies.
Creeds,
All I guess all the Creeds. You got
Million
Raging
Dollar
Bull with
Baby, Raging
Robert De
Bull,
Niro.
Hands of Stone.
Uh,
Um, and then
uh,
you start to get in like combat stuff as well. So if you want to really kind
Real Steel.
of the real steel, I heard they were making a second one, but that could just be fake because I want it to be true. Did you ever play the game?
Yeah.
They made a real steel game. That shit was dope. I'm gonna actually look it up right now. They're making a real steel 2. Real Steel 2. This looks like AI, but I don't know. Is Real Steel 2 ever coming out? Okay, I don't want to give. See, this is what I hate
The
about the
best
internet now,
the
man.
best iteration of boxing that I've ever seen is Hajime no Ippo. That is the
That's
best box.
that's a good one. I watched a lot of that. If you guys actually, we'll run this one live too. If you guys want to see it, it is if you look up boxing anime on YouTube. There's a playlist of the first 75 episodes in the English dub. So
Or you can go on Netflix.
yeah, but for real ones that might not have a subscription, sometimes you don't want a Netflix subscription. Sometimes you're low key. Sometimes you only
You
exist
don't
on
have
the
to go to
internet.
YouTube. You could just find an pirate an anime site.
Well, sometimes you don't want to be doing illegal activities like going to a third party website when you could just do illegal activities on your preferred platform of choice. Because, maybe you watch an episode of Hajime no Ippo on YouTube and then bang, you go to your favorite podcast network where you watch movie reviews, you watch some pro wrestling, and you watch us here in the back rooms. You know what I'm saying? Always got to think of the plug. Do you have any other topics you want to bring up? Or I actually have a notebook of my random thoughts of topics, and we can go explore it together if you want.
Sure, why not?
Well, some of it is actually like random, like nonsense. Let's see.
Did you watch the Avatar movie, the new one, Avatar Aang? It's on Paramount Plus if you have it.
No, but so I will say, I have been using your Paramount Plus to watch the UFCs the past 2 weeks.
You piece of I didn't even know you still had it, to be honest with you.
I
It's not even
will.
mine, it's Ursula's. Do you go on my account?
Yeah, I do.
Do you go on mine?
I was not gonna dare go on her account. I was like, I don't want to be seen. I don't want to be spotted. And I
So
always did it
that
when you
means
were out. So
that means you looked at my progress for the TV show that I have to do for our fantasy punishment.
actually, no, I didn't. I basically opened it up and then I just scrolled right down to sports. And because the UFC was always on when I opened it up, it would just be right there. No simulcast or sidecast or whatever it was. The last 2 times, so I'm kind of disappointed. Maybe they only do it for the numbered ones, but yeah. So I long story short, ramble short, I saw the ad there for maybe it came out like that day or it was like the day before they were giving me an ad for it. I want to see it. I'll probably end up watching it.
I watched. I liked it. People were just complaining about it, dude. I'm like, what do you like? What do you guys want?
People, people really liked Avatar: The Last Airbender, and then I think people really, Legend of Korra really divided people. I think, and not in like the
Here-
weird internet way of like dividing for no reason. I think there is like genuine like people don't like it and people do like it, and it's almost like WWE and AEW in a way. But
I guess I just think the issue with Korra is the cast, not the villains. Because I people might hate the villains, but I kind of found it unique. Like each season, there's a new villain, a new threat. I thought the Dark Avatar was a cool concept. Um, Zahir with the third season villain was okay, and then the fourth season villain was kind of trash. But I really liked the Dark Avatar because like there's a good Avatar, and then there's a dark Avatar who can also like you know. So I thought that was cool. I just think the cast of Legend of Korra really isn't likable. Like Korra is not really likable as a person. Um, and like even her like castmates, like the guy who's supposed to be Zuko, I think his name's Mako or whatever.
yeah,
He's kind of a douche.
doesn't he
Bolin's
get
just like
doesn't he get cucked?
I don't know what it happens, but like Bolin is like the Sokka equivalent, but like no one cares.
Yeah,
He's not interesting enough. The girl Asami's pretty cool. Like she's a cool character, but like again, like they're not very like memorable or likable in my opinion. That's why people hate that show. That's what I think at least.
yeah. I don't know. I'm kind of into like I only watched the first season when it first came out, and then after that first season, I was like, oh, I'm good. So like I'm gonna reserve my judgment to an extent. I'm not about to give a full
Uh,
breakdown of like
yeah,
things because I'm not really I don't know. I used to watch a lot of Cartoon Network stuff, and that it's really funny. Avatar was like I had my parents tapped in. Like at a certain point when the new episode came out, we would all actually like watch it together. It was really funny. We watched the season finale together. That was a fun time. But yeah, everybody seemed to like really for like it seemed like years after the show ended, they were like, "Yo, can you please just like make more? Make them as adults, please. We would love to see that." And they were like, "Yo, what about no? What about we move time forward?" And especially because it's like a Aang is like a popular character that everybody loves, and now you have to fill, you know, very hard shoes to fill. And then it kind of goes with the whole like avatar cycle thing. Like each avatar kind of has to deal with their own set of issues. And so they're kind of all different in that way. Like they all have different personalities and they're all like they have different things that they have to deal with. Like I forget what it was. It was like basically when one focuses on something, another part of the universe like starts lacking. So
yeah.
like
Like basically, Aang was okay because like he actually kind of balanced it out. He did the spiritual and the physical, but Korra only did the physical, and that's why like I guess the new season's gonna be like about fixing everything. I don't know. I don't know. The writers kind of like they might have just had a good fluke. They might have just been fluky writers who got lucky with their first series.
yeah, then also too, I think the original dude like left to do his own thing, or there was like a certain point where the original like creator stopped being associated with it. Did the creator of I hate that also it's the acronym. I like that it's the acronym, but I kind of always forget it. ATLA, The Last Airbender. Stop working on the show. I guess it should be for Cora. Yes, okay, so I was right. Michael Dante Di Martino and Brian Kolenitsko, the original creators of the Nickelodeon animated Avatar: The Last Airbender, Crazy that it was from 2005 to 2008. Left the
Yeah, it was.
this is about the Netflix one. Huh. So maybe they did do that for Korra. I don't know. I'll try and do more on the ground reporting as we speak. Do you watch any other Nickelodeon stuff, or is it just Avatar? Are you a big SpongeBob guy?
Yeah, I'm a huge SpongeBob guy. Huge SpongeBob. They used to call me Abner Bob. That's how big I
Ab
am.
Bob,
But
Freak
Abner
Bob,
Bob.
Freak Bob.
Abner Bob. You should watch. You should watch Avatar, and we could do like a pod on it.
Yeah, we could do that. Um, I'd be down, and then we can get everybody involved. It's always fun. Or low key, maybe we could just cheat, and it could be just us having a little sexual escapade.
Okay.
Just two dudes holding hands, watching Avatar: The Last Airbender. Let's see. No way. The dude was uh he was hired at a storyboard artist and art director for Invader Zim. That ship was dope. I whatchamacallit, the dude that created it, he
Uh huh.
has like this comic book series, and it's got like this really weird vibe to it. And I managed to like read all the comics online, and they were really fucking wacky and crazy. And they were always pretty memorable. He has like that Invader Zim kind of has that weird freaky tone and look to it. And yeah, this is basically like where he gets it from. Basically, it's this dude. It's called Johnny the Homicidal Maniac, and it's basically this serial killer dude who just kind of like there's like psychological, not psychological, like what do you call it? Yeah, like brain. There's shit's going on in his brain, and there's like supernatural forces. And the one comic was like this one serial killer wannabe that like
Uh
pulls
huh.
up at his house, and he like is like, oh, I want to be just like you. We can work together, yada yada. And he basically like freaks out and just like kills the guy, calls him a poser. It was like a very funny bit. Yeah, besides the whole murder and all that. Anyway, probably gonna read that again. I'm looking at some of them now. Damn, they're so freaky. It's crazy that they if I showed you some of these panels, you'd be like, how did this guy make this show that got put on Nickelodeon? Like, do you remember the
Well,
one?
dude, I feel like ideas are just ideas. You can just clean it up.
Yeah, but do you remember the one where Zim they were playing dodgeball and he hit the one of like he got hit and was like he said like my whatever like alien organ, and the one dude was like what was that? Humans don't have this organ. And so he spends the rest of the episode harvesting kids' organs. You remember,
I've never watched Invader Zim.
dude? Oh, you got to tap in. You got to tap in, man. That's why so many kids were so quirky and random.
No, they're just weird. Those kids are weird. That's what
That's
it
true.
is. Were you one of them?
Um, well, it depends on who you ask, because if you ask Robbie and Ev, they'd say I was a fucking like I was just weird. Like I wasn't even like a nerd. Like I was just weird. So yeah,
Dude,
actually,
you
yeah,
were you were if you were in Freaks and Geeks, you would be the freak.
yeah, I'd probably be. Uh, I don't know. See, the thing is, like, I don't know. I call it like gaining consciousness. Like I didn't gain consciousness till I was in like 8th grade or something. I didn't have any like. I felt like I didn't have any personality or something. It just kind of existed, and then I think one day I was just like, oh, I'm like a person.
What the
I
fuck are you
exist.
talking about?
Like I don't know. Like I feel like I was on autopilot till I was in like 7th grade. And I was like, oh, dude, like I have a consciousness. Like I can think. I'm able to have independent thought. Does that make sense at all or no?
No, because I mean That
I don't
means
know.
it took you till you were 14 years old to form a thought,
And
and that's concerning on a large scale level.
it's not like I could vote.
Yeah, it's not about voting. It's the fact that you just said, "Yeah, I like started thinking when I was 14." So like the first 14 of years of your life were just like a blank stare.
Just kind of chilling. Yeah. Just kind of going, doing things, just being alive. I don't know. Existing. I would read a
Hey man,
lot.
yeah, I mean, I'm not saying you don't read. I'm just saying like you just said. So you just didn't have an inner voice. Do you have an inner voice?
Yeah, I think I do. Like in a way. Like I don't know. Yeah, I guess.
Hmm.
Do
Okay.
you?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
I'm the inner voice in you.
Huh.
I'm your inner voice.
This isn't a podcast. This is just me talking to myself. I'm staring at a pad. I'm in a padded cell right now.
Yeah, I'm just his imagination that's come to life.
Hmm. You're my imaginary friend.
Yeah,
Huh. I imagined he'd be more
Brown.
uh yeah. More brown. More brown. Like David Ortiz. If I had an
Black or
imaginary
Latino.
friend, David Ortiz is Cuban. See that I think that was another
Uh,
thing. Oh my god. Have we ever
David
brought this up
Ortiz.
on the podcast?
I thought he was Dominican.
I thought he was Cuban.
No, he's Dominican. That's what like he's
Was
known
he the
for.
one that got stabbed in his native country?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
Huh. Um one time I don't know if we brought this up in the podcast, but one time it was me, Robbie, and Evan, and this is back in the old house. We were just sitting there. We were watching a movie or something,
Uh huh.
and for whatever reason, somebody made like a TikTok video where it was during like it was probably around the time of the NFL like what do you Pro Bowl. And so
Uh huh.
somebody was like, "Oh yeah, we'll have like the all white team play the all black team, so like all the best like white players would play, and like how that would work and all that yada yada." And so
Uh
we were
huh.
kind of
I
like, "Oh,
remember
this is
that.
funny. This is funny." And
I
then
remember that.
we started like obviously the first thing you go Patrick Mahomes, who gets to claim him, and so we did that whole funny thing, and then for whatever reason I said we basically got to somebody. I was like, "Oh, like." Uh, I forget who specifically it was, but I think we started talking about baseball, and I was like, "Oh yeah, man, baseball would be crazy because it would just be like the Latino team would be like the best team." And then we started naming players, and then it might have been David Ortiz, and that might have been like the whole thing, or like maybe somebody from Cuba. And Robbie starts talking about how can you tell if somebody is black or Latino, and I don't know. I was like, I don't know. I guess you figure out where they're from, and then that was a whole discussion because I was like, oh yeah, well if he's from the Dominican Republic, I'm going to assume he's Latino. And then Robbie was basically saying that you don't know somebody somebody could be born in the Dominican and have a Latin esque last name and have a percentage of black in them, basically. But ever since then, anytime we'd all be hanging out, you guys would point to a person of color and say black or Latino, which is fun. It's a fun bit. We have so many fun
It's a very
bits.
fun because you can't tell. You
Sometimes you just can't tell.
you just can't tell.
Jesse Smollett, black or Latino.
Yeah, what is he? Who is that?
You don't remember? We were playing the trivia.
Yeah, I know, but I just like I forgot about like I forgot who that is.
Yeah. I think everybody did, unless you watched Power. And even if you watched Power, I don't even think he was like a big character. I think that was the whole reason why he did the whole thing. He wanted like a bigger role.
That's crazy did all that just to get a big. I think Dave Chappelle talked about him actually in his stand-up. He was like, I heard the story, and I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
During a winter vortex, you 1 went to Subway, 2 you walked there, and 3 you got beat up and a noose put on you.
Yeah, like that's kind of ridiculous if you ask me.
I mean, we get to say that in hindsight, but I mean, you would have gotten canceled if you would have posted that on Twitter during the time.
I guess so, man. But that's like a crazy thing to like. It was like you can just tell it's kind of made up. Like that just doesn't
Can you?
randomly happen.
Can you?
In Chicago? In Chicago. I think
There
it
are
was in
no
Chicago,
white
right?
people in Chicago.
Huh?
There are no white people in Chicago.
That's not what I'm saying, but Chicago is definitely like a more liberal city than most
Yeah, but
cities.
just because, like, I don't know, you gotta, like, what do you call it? Like, if you just basically put the idea that it's possible, is it possible that there is a racist white person in Chicago that
Yeah,
just
no,
so happened to
anything's
see a black
possible.
actor and would want to, like, beat them up? Is it
But
possible?
why?
Absolutely.
Yeah, it's possible, but like it was kind of like a ridiculous thing to think. Like I think his story just didn't make sense. Whatever his story was, it didn't make sense, and that's why people were
I
like,
think
"Yeah,
it's
this is."
because they fucked it up or something. I forget what it was, but I think they fucked up something. I forget because like all the conditions were right. It was literally like 1 a.m, and I think they had like scouted it out beforehand that they found a spot where there wasn't a security camera, so he would like walk down this thing and then just get like beat up, and then they would just like the actual craziest bit was is that they I forget if he actually beat himself up or they did legitimately like rough him up a little bit, which is crazy dedication. Maybe if
Hey,
you
man,
put
he's an
that
actor,
into
method actor. He's a
yeah, but
method
maybe if he
actor.
put
What can we
that
say?
into acting instead of getting somebody to beat him up for real so he could fake a hate crime instead of just like, just like throw it into your acting, man. Maybe you won't have to do that for a bigger
You're
role.
just you're just not a method actor. That's what it is. You got to be a method actor.
That was so funny when Heath Ledger did like that whole thing and he like sent the cast like rats. And then Jared Leto was like, I'm a method actor too. I'm going to do the same thing. And they came to him and they were like, yo, cut that shit off right now. You are not him.
Yeah, I got a question. What was the topics you wanted to talk about?
I don't know. I basically like I'll listen to podcasts and of a various subjects and all that, and sometimes I'll bring up a topic and I'll just like write it down, um, and try and like look it up later, like like I don't know, some of it's like random shit, some of it's like really goofy shit. I'll try and find like what kind of genre of question are you looking for? Where do we want to go? Like for some of them, it's like random shit. So it's like, oh, like how much water does a data center actually use? And then some of it would be um, like random current events. Uh, some of it's like science stuff, like so a certain type of stem cells and like what it does. And some of it's um, uh, like random history stuff, like how the United States got Texas from Mexico.
I don't
Uh,
want to talk about any of that.
how
How
about
about we talk about true crime podcasts? How about we do that?
as you know, uh, I'm an expert in the field. I consumed many a true crime podcast during my career at my current place of employment because my coworker would play over the loudspeaker in our little room hundreds of episodes of a specific true crime podcast.
Was it Rotten Mangoes?
No.
That's the one I listen to, and the girl does like she has like a research team, and they do a really good job.
Yeah, all of them. We're kind of running a dog and pony show here. They got dudes
They got teams.
Yeah,
They got a
they
team,
got paid. They got
dude.
teams of researchers.
Did you see the Netflix documentary about the car accident that killed the two dudes?
No.
You haven't seen that one? That was like the pop. That's like one of the most pop. It's like the girl like she like runs runs into like a building
There
at
was
like full
a
speed.
there was a there was a movie. I don't know if we watched it for the podcast, but there was a movie with Jude Law about basically that. Like this chick drives into a wall in a parking garage, and then she like gets on medication, and then because of the effects of the medication, she like stabs her husband and like kills him.
No. This isn't it at all. This is like this girl. Her name's like Mackenzie Strilla. She she went like almost like 150 into this building, and she's the only one who survived, while the dude, her boyfriend, and his friend like died.
Damn.
So
What's this
it was
documentary
like
called?
I forgot. Just look up Mackenzie Strilla. It will tell you Mackenzie and then SCH, and it will come up.
Mackenzie SCH. Oh, Mackenzie Skrilla. Murder of Dominic Russo and
Yep.
Davian. Yo, hear me out.
No.
Haha. 17 at the time. Never mind.
Exactly. You're a pervert. You need to be put in
Oh,
jail.
god damn it. God damn it. Oh, she was an influencer.
Barely.
She had a TikTok.
But like but they were saying like her parents are horrible people and she's a horrible person. Like Rod Mangos did like a 5-part series on them. Like it was like thoroughly done.
Mm. Yeah, a lot of them. Um, there's just so much to talk about. Like we could probably do like crazy. Like we could probably go in on David DeForvid or whatever.
That's your guy. I heard you listen to all of his songs.
That was a crazy. Listening to some of the things because that case is going on right now. Some of the crazy things they're talking about in there.
I haven't been paying attention, but the last thing I heard about was like the 6 times a day thing with the 13-year-old, and I'm like, yo, dude,
Yeah, that's kind of
what the
crazy.
hell was
The craziest thing is more not that. Well, it is obviously, but it is
like
like
the
there's some
parent?
level of compliance with the parents. Like,
Yeah, the parents allowed it, and it's like, dude, what is wrong with people? Is what I'm saying. Like, if I
yeah,
found out
I
that
don't
there was
know
like a 17 or 18-year-old trying to talk to my 13-year-old daughter, I'd be pissed off. I
that
don't know
and
about you.
like I don't know. Like, it's even one thing when it's like on a level like that where it's like small scale. Like, if it was literally like two normal people, it's like, yeah, this is not cool. But there's something more perverse, honestly, about this dude that I don't know if they met before he started making music and started getting like known on social media. But if it's the case that he kind of got famous on social media and then just like hit her up and then you like let him do that because he's like rich, very, very weird and perverse.
Yeah,
Not
it's
cool.
family's messed up. Is what I was saying. Like, they have to be like,
Yeah, I don't know. And then like I was listening to somebody talk about it before. Like he would post he had like merch of just like a bloody t-shirt and like all that like that was kind of like his vibe was like murderer kind of guy.
this vibe
And
is murder.
they say that that one song is about like the one viral song was about him like killing somebody.
Yeah, her.
So all right, was that after he killed her?
I don't know, but I mean, what would it surprise you?
No, that was crazy too. Like he killed her and then was like, "Yeah, like I don't have anywhere to put this. You're gonna sit in my Tesla." Like what the fuck?
Yeah, like I was like reading up on that and I was like, dude, this is insane. Like this is absolutely crazy.
Do you remember Casey Anthony?
Yeah, I
That
remember that
one,
case. Like she killed her kid, right?
yeah. And then she basically got away with it. Um, there was one thing about it. Basically, like there's one of the things is that I think they were saying that she killed her daughter and then like put him in the trunk of her car, and she was just like driving around, and like it started to fucking stink.
Isn't she out? Isn't she
She
like
is.
out or
She got
something?
acquitted, and then she basically became like a what do you call it when she has like a residency? She's like a Florida party girl, basically. Like she just wants to go to bars and have fun and yada yada. Um, so after the case, I think a bar basically was like, "Yeah, like we'll pay you to come here and drink and like free drinks, and you just have to be here, and you could be like our like local celebrity." So she would just like go to that bar. It's like some random Irish bar in Florida. And I think she
It's
had
like,
like beef with one of the chicks that was there or something. It was very stupid. Um
yeah, man, I can't believe people like that are famous.
well she tries so hard. They really were like, "Yeah, like we'll give you it was like a year or two ago. They were going to give her like a TV special to be like, "No, like I'm telling my side of the story."
Yeah, that's a TV special on South Park. That's what that should be.
Yeah. My
Oh
story.
man, yeah, but I've been watching a lot of true crime. I just watched this one about this lady who like basically cut open this pregnant girl so she can present it as her kid, and the police were like, so basically what was happening was this was a documentary as well on Netflix. This chick pretended to be pregnant, and then when it was time to be due, like the due date, she killed a person, cut up the baby, and pretended like the baby was her, and then she gave birth. And then when she went to like the hospital because she got in like a car accident or something happened, she the cops were like, yeah, this isn't your
This ain't
kid.
yours. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, people are insane. There's so many such cases. Do you believe the theory that all this random like shit is caused by people having like lead poisoning and all that?
I don't know. I just think there's a lot of bad people in this world, and social media and mass media is exposing them. Like you can really see how sick some people are.
Well, yeah, because they make it pretty obvious now. Like they get like that's why they say actually that they're like one of the unintended consequences of the internet is that there are no more serial killers, but there are mass shooters. That's why they do that, because instead of trying to get their attention through being a serial killer and all that whole process, they can just get it immediately by causing as much havoc as possible and just doing it that way.
Yeah, so like I don't know, man. I just think like I can't even think about doing half the stuff these people have gotten away with.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. Like, do you think there would never be a situation where like someone like if somebody was like gun to your family or something, like cut open a random like you got to go and like attack a chick and like cut her open, you still wouldn't do it?
Depends. I probably would, but that's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, no, I was basically like I was listening to one of the I've been trying to like read like psychology books and all that. And so they try to like the one was saying in order to basically understand uh like why or how people are evil, one of the main things is that you can't you have to like understand that it can like normal people can do terrible things, and that it's not just like an idea of like this person is just like evil, therefore uh, like therefore it's not just like a force. in the world that just makes people evil. You know what I'm saying? That makes sense at all?
I don't know. I just think people are just evil, man.
Like, yeah, like, or like the born evil might be the right word. Like, certain people are just born to do terrible things. But it's more like, nah, I mean, there's probably like you read a lot about these people and how they have like really fucked up childhoods and how that manifests into how they end up murdering people later.
Nah, yeah, I agree with. I understand what you're saying. I still think there's just like evil people.
Yeah. Yeah. But which one's your favorite? If you had to pick a favorite serial killer, which one's your favorite?
I don't know. That's a weird question to.
Oh, it's because you haven't met a funny one yet. Have you ever heard of Joseph Callinger?
No, who is that?
He's a dude that he was actually from Philly. He was a cobbler, a shoemaker,
Uh huh.
and basically he had schizophrenia. But this is back in the days when people thought you were just like possessed by God or demons or whatever. So he did not get it treated. And then he was, just in his house all day, just huffing glue from making shoes and getting super paranoid. And one of his delusions was that, like, God basically convinced him that he was going to, if he created the perfect shoe, he would save the world. And so he would just stay up for days at a time making shoes and like making shoes, putting on shoes, and then it wouldn't work. So then he'd just do that for hours. But one of the delusions he had was is that he would in his house, in his basement, he basically just started digging a hole, and he dug like this 10-foot hole in his basement, and then the delusion was that he would fill it with his bodily fluids of all various kinds. And just so the concept of this fucking insane person pooping in a hole because God told him to is absolutely hilarious to me. He did end up stabbing like 4 people or something and killing them.
Yeah, that's how most of some serial killers are like like not understand, but you see why they turned out that way. But some people are just I feel like some people are just stupid and that's what happens.
Yeah, like I've been listening recently to one about Gary Ridgway and how he basically would just like pick up hookers and kill them.
That's what Jack the Ripper did.
Yeah. Yeah. That was crazy too. There was like that was a whole thing too. London and all that. During the I forget it was World War I or like World War II. There was kind of like a second Jack the Ripper going on that people didn't really want to talk about.
Yeah, I
Because
mean there was something else more important going on.
yeah, that's obviously the reason, but um because it would have freaked people out because they were all in confined spaces because they were like getting bombed and all that. And then that was a whole thing. I forget what it was, but this dude like went sicko mode during World War II. I'm gonna say slasher in England during World War II. Let's see if I get it. See if that gives me anything. Maybe it was World War I. Not getting much. Not getting much. Oh, I also spelled slasher wrong. Slasher. Um. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe I went down a really crazy rabbit hole. There's like a bunch of incidents actually. So never mind. That'll be another topic for another day. How about that? We'll have to start creating a research team and giving them
Yeah,
random
yeah.
fucking topics to talk about.
Pay them $5 to do this.
Yeah, if anybody wants to get involved for $5 a year, you can do the grunt work and we can read the chat GPT email prompt you send us. Um yeah. You got anything else in your mind? Or we could go through the
No, no.
notebook. We can go through the notebook, man. The notebook's got some good things in it. Like the discombobulator. The fuck is that about? The thing
What
we
the
did
hell's a
in Venezuela?
discombobulator?
Huh?
I don't know what that is.
The thing that we did in Venezuela when we kidnapped their president?
Hmm. Did we do that?
Maduro?
Oh, who cares?
You don't want to hear about the discombobulator?
Not really.
But do you know? I'm going to tell you anyway. So the discombobulator, they said they alleged that they used a type of sound wave weapon, and it made the soldiers that were guarding the compound like disoriented and vomiting, and then we killed them. Like we had Navy SEALs pop out at that point, which was crazy. And like at
I
first it
didn't.
came
I
out.
didn't. I didn't hear about that. That's kind of cool, honestly.
Well, it first came out as like a weird, like they said that they used this, and then Trump was like, "We did it. We
We
totally
did
did
it.
it.
It was me.
It's
I
called
did
the
it.
discombobulator. It's crazy." And I wanted to like learn a little bit
Well,
more about it and like learn what the
uh,
science is, but
what was that dance? It was called like the percolator or something like that.
pop a percolator. Yeah, no,
That's
yeah,
what
something.
they did.
They pop the percolator.
Yeah.
The discombobulator weapon. The discombobulator is a classified U.S. weapon, reportedly a pulse-modified, high-powered microwave system capable of disabling electronics and disorienting personnel simultaneously. So apparently we have those now. According to
Nice.
reports, the weapon caused the Venezuelan military equipment to fail, including rockets and communication system, effectively creating a total system failure where buttons were pressed but nothing worked. So we have that now. And I want one. I think I want two of them. One for show, one for go, if you know what I'm saying.
You want to just you want a discombobulator?
Yeah. To discombobulate. Or like I always kind of
That's
thought one time like getting an EMP would kind of be fucking tough. Like I thought about that in high school. Uh my senior prank would be fucking EMPing the school.
that's a that's a crime. That's like a. I'm
It's
pretty
like
sure that's a
nothing
crime.
crazy. It's nothing crazy though. It's not like an
That's
explosive.
definitely a crime.
It's not an
That's definitely
explosive. It
that's
just
still a
turns the
crime.
internet off.
You were like, yo, you know what I'm gonna do for my senior prank?
Turn off the
Criminal
electricity.
activities. Yeah, like criminal activities. That's what I'm
Oh
gonna
my
do.
god, lib. What was your senior prank?
My senior prank? Going to school.
Wow. Wow, stunning and brave. Yeah, they really fucking hate it. We used to apparently back in the day during my dad went to the same high school as me, and he said for his senior prank, the kids uh pushed up the vice principal's Volkswagen Beetle up onto the bus station depot, and they had to get it down with a crane. So like that was really funny. Just fucking
What the hell?
some
What kind of
guy. So
place?
the principal's car is on the bus depot.
What kind of school did you go to, man?
Public school.
Yeah, it makes a lot. That makes sense.
Nah, I heard stories about Catholic private schools, but it was mostly other like it was mostly like Wood. I think Wood always had the bad stories or like the stupid stories. Like one time somebody I remember back in the days they had like a drug dog in there and it found drugs and then like the whole school went on lockdown because they didn't know whose drugs it was. It was just like weed, obviously, but they like shut the whole school down and they were questioning people one by one.
I didn't hear of that. I mean, dude, they did that at my school too. Like they had like the cops come in and they were like, "Oh, we're gonna get the cops." The cops came in, and it was like such a stupid thing too. It was so dumb. And the cops came in, they just used their like sniffing dogs
Yeah.
to catch the people who had weed, and that was it. That
Yeah.
was literally it. And it wasn't like anything deep, but they made a whole deal out of it. And it wasn't. I still think it's stupid to this day to like suspend somebody for that stuff, in my opinion.
Why do you think that?
It just makes like, what's the point? Like, what's the point? What are you gonna ruin someone's life because they smoked weed? Whoa.
I don't think it's that they smoking weed, but isn't it more about like you're bringing it into school and then like you could well it's like what well it's obviously like there's just smoking weed and then there's obviously like you have to be concerned about people dealing in school and all that and yada
Well,
yada.
that's different. I'm talking about
Yeah.
like,
But I mean eh, yeah, I don't know. I feel like the one dude I feel like vaping we were kind of on like the cutting edge 2016 of vaping. It might have really became like a big thing like the next year, but I feel like that would be the thing that got a lot of kids in trouble because you could just go to the bathroom and just start vaping away.
I didn't know that. Have you vaped? Are you a vapor?
I have never vaped. I kind of draw the line. Maybe it's because it's like the boomer in me, but I'm like, nah, that's lame as fuck. Like I might as well just smoke a cigarette. Which is why when I get hammered, I'll just smoke a cigarette. Like when I was growing up, I think it was the e-cig. That was like the first iteration of it. And I remember everybody collectively like going, "This thing is corny." So I was like, "Yeah, okay, cool." And then they're like, "No, no, no, it's not a cigarette anymore. It's this little plastic piece." Cuz that was the e-cigarette looked like a cigarette, but it had like this like blue light on the end of it so that when you would go to smoke, it would just turn blue. Or like when you went to go inhale, it would turn blue. It was the goofiest thing. And they really said, "Oh no, we're gonna stop teen smoking and start vaping." And then they would order shit from China, and it would absolutely blow their lungs out. Any
China.
thoughts? China,
Are you
China.
excited about the Spider-Man movie?
I am. I haven't seen a Spider-Man movie uh since the last one. Where he like makes everybody forget who he is at the end. Is that is that like is that after this?
No, it's
Or
obviously before
or
this.
you know what I mean like that movie happens and this is immediately right after? I didn't miss anything?
I don't think it's immediately right after, but it is close to it.
Okay. Cuz sometimes I just get like the whole Marvel verse. I don't I don't subscribe to the Marvel verse. I don't watch the shows. I really just kind of don't watch the side movies, really. It's more like the big movies I'll tap in for. I watched
Hmm.
Endgame and then I think I watched the Spider-Man thing and maybe the I actually no I lie. I guess I saw the Doctor Strange movie. I guess that
Yeah,
counts.
we do have a huge weekend ahead of us. Like, kind of a busy weekend if you think about it. We
Dude, I
have
know.
Friday and then we have Saturday.
We got that and then we got Saturday and then same thing. I got work in the morning Sunday and
Why do you
softball.
do that? Why don't you just take a day off?
I could do that when I'm retired. It is at one.
Yeah, like,
My softball game is at 1 p.m. though, so that'll be tough because then I can do a 6 to 12. Get fucking bank. Um, And then also for me, I got my uncle's retirement party that Friday as well.
Yeah, we're all
So,
going to Chili's for that.
hey,
For your uncle's retirement, we'll be there.
Chili's. But that'll be from
Yeah.
like 4 to, they were saying 4 to 9, but it's fine because I can go there and then by the time it takes me like a half hour. So,
Yeah, dude, I didn't realize how close KOP is to me. I thought it was like an hour away. Come to find out, it's barely a half an hour.
I I also refuse to use tolls. So I think for me it was 35, 40. What is it right now? KOP. King of Prussia.
It
Let's see.
Well,
KOP.
you would have to probably use what, like six, what is it called? What's that highway on Ambler?
No idea.
Uh
I'm terrible with directions, unfortunately. Oh, do Warren. Is it a Regal or a Warrington?
it's a Regal.
um, dude, I hate. I'm trying to plug this in. There you go. The King of Prussia Mall. How about that? Yeah, it's only 33 minutes away.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. It's like it's not that far from me.
Yeah.
Do you know
Let's see.
KOP is like one of the biggest child trafficking rings in the country or something like that?
Is it actually?
Yeah, that's what I somebody was telling me that. And I was like, that's kind of crazy.
See, that's gonna have to go in the notebook now. I'll have to research that.
Yeah, that's our next pod, true crime pod.
I'm actually googling it right now. I can't let this go uncommented. Can't spell trafficking. Man accused of trafficking local girl. FBI believes there could be more. This happened in 2024. Online child exploitation. Oh. Yeah, this dude looks like a fucking goober. His hair looks like he looks like a toilet bowl brush. Um Grooming some chick on Omegle. Oh, okay. Oh. Oh. Oh, that's crazy. This article has like his whole like social media like accounts. So they were like, yeah, this guy was active on different social media sites under a slew of names. The one Snapchat name was Mr. Big Cock.
That's kind of funny. I don't want to laugh at that, but that's kind of funny.
Yeah.
Mr. Big Cock, huge dick,
Stupid.
huge cock.
Uh huh. But yeah, this guy is a brutal pedophile.
Mm. On that note, let's end the pod.
It's always the most random fucking bullshit we get into, huh?
Yeah. Man, I can't wait for this weekend. It's actually a fun, eventful weekend.
Yeah, we're gonna go sicko mode. Do you think we're actually gonna go to ladder, or do you think we're gonna end up?
We might not go to ladder if it's not open, but we'll probably still go downtown. But I didn't plan it, so I don't
Yeah,
know.
I
We'll
was.
end up at Maggie's.
Yeah,
We'll end up at
I was
Maggie's.
talking to him. I said, "Oh, did you?" At first, I thought because you could request a quote because you can like reserve one of the bars at ladder.
Oh, you can?
Yeah, yeah. My ex girlfriend did that. Well, her sisters did that for her. They made like a surprise when she
Was it
graduated.
expensive?
I don't know. I didn't get involved.
You weren't allowed.
It was more of like a sister thing because it was for her graduation. So
Mm.
it was it was really fun. I will say it was a very funny story because I took her to dinner downtown and we were having like a fun night, just like perusing around center city.
Uh-huh.
And so we had her sister was texting me saying like everybody will be there and ready at 7 o'clock. Do not bring her till 7. I'm like, all right, cool. The dinner ended way earlier than I thought. So I had like an hour and a half to kill, and I was like, oh fuck. So we were walking around Center City for a while and all yada yada. And she starts saying how her feet hurt. And I'm like, oh fuck. Like no. So but I kept saying like, oh yeah, we'll go to Ladder to get drinks and we can sit down, yada yada. I had to pretend to get lost twice.
So this won't be your first time at Ladder. You've been there.
No, yeah, I said I've been there before.
This will be my first time there. I was telling them, dude, if Ladder doesn't work out, we're downtown. We can just go to like Frankie
Yeah.
Bradley's. We can go to
Yeah,
just
there's
these
so
other
many
bars.
places we can go to. And then
Yeah.
like low key,
Yeah.
when we did do the party, we ended up leaving to go to Howl at the Moon because
Oh, that's closed. That's
yeah, that's
closed.
closed now, but we ended up
I
leaving.
used to love going there. I used to love going there.
Yeah, we went there like once or twice. I like the tinier little like club, whatever that other adjacent bar was called. That was like
Yeah,
connected.
I think it's. I don't know if that's open. I think that closed too.
Yeah, but I like going in there more than Howl.
We also go to Concourse if you want like a dance vibe.
I guess it all just
Uh,
depends on the birthday boy.
yeah, but I don't know, dude. I've never been to Ladder. I was looking at the reviews online, and they're not good. I saw more 1-star reviews than anything.
Yeah, it's nothing great. Like I was saying, when we did that party, we had the bar for like 3 hours, and so we had it from 7 to 10, and we were all gonna like go out again after. Like we were gonna go out, or the plan was to be there, and then just party all night. But we had like the one bar reserved, so like nobody could really bother us. We were in our own little section.
Uh
But
huh.
by the time the reservation for the time for the bar was over, there was like nobody in the bar, the whole building. So we were like, okay, well, we'll just like go. So we ended
Yeah,
up
like
going
I don't.
somewhere else.
I was trying to look it up, and I don't get like a club vibe. You know what I mean? Like
It's
it just
not
feels like
I don't think it's a club. I think it's just like a popular bar that people go to.
no, but that's what I'm saying. Like Tradesman's a bar. Tradesman's not a club, but you know how people dance and
Yeah.
stuff. Like
Yeah.
I don't. I don't think it's like that. Like I just
Low
think it's
key, I
like
think we
a
should go to
Maggie's.
Tradesman.
I just think it's a Maggie's.
I like Tradesman. Now that I've been there again, I like Tradesman.
We can
I
go
like
to
the
U
vibe.
Band. It's right next to it. It's pretty good. U Band. It's right next to
Yes.
Trade.
Have we been there?
Yeah, I don't know if
Yeah.
you have, but I've been in there.
Well, when we did the downtown, didn't we go Tradesman then U-Bahn?
Yeah, I remember for my birthday 2 years ago we went there.
Okay, then I was
Yeah,
there.
I think so. I don't remember. It's 2 years ago, dude.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I had for dinner last week.
Yeah.
I don't know. What
But
did I
yeah,
have at
we
Hooters
went.
again?
Uh, you had a burger.
There you go. You were focusing on the
But yeah,
food.
yeah, exactly. That's all I remember. But yeah, we went there. It was fun. I mean, dude, I think where that those bars are, I think it's considered the neighborhood. So there's like bars everywhere. Frankie
Yeah,
Bradley's is pretty. Frankie Bradley's is a cool bar because there's like 3 rooms and it's all different types of music. So like you can just find the room you want to be in.
yeah. No, the possibilities are endless. We just gotta see where. I mean, I'm just kind of a guest. I'm kind of a sheep
Yeah, like
on this journey.
if this was up to me, we'd be going to freaking Steam.
Nah. I don't know what I want to do for my birthday. I don't know what humiliation ritual I want you guys to do.
Well, I mean, I have the 4th off, which is Labor Day weekend, so I wouldn't say that's the best time. I would say do it. Well,
Yeah, the
do it
week
on your
after.
birthday, the 11th. Yeah, do it the 11th
Forget it's the
because the
11th.
11th is a Friday.
Is it a Friday?
Friday.
I'm gonna
Yeah.
rent a soccer field and make you guys do soccer game.
Okay.
All right, we gotta end the pod. I'm about to explode.
From what?
Poo.
Hmm.
So, any last words?
No.
Okay. Bye.
I